Assalamu alaikum. This is Muslim Network TV and you're watching GTN Muslims Today. I'm your grateful host Moeez Rahman. Today we're reporting live from Bowmanville in the Durham region, where I have the great pleasure to talk to Pranay Gunti about the upcoming elections. And we're talking about all the policies that actually matter to you. Let's go see what he has to say.
Hi, I'm Pranay Gunti. I'm running as an independent candidate in the riding of Bowmanville-Oshawa North. I'm not running as a politician, rather a member of the community, and I strongly believe that we deserve a better representation. I moved to Bowmanville in 2019 with my family, with two kids who are 9 and 7 now, and I was warmly welcomed by this community. And I'm not just making my living here, rather I'm an active community member in this Bowmanville, and I represent City of Clarington at the Durham Region Transit Advisory Committee, and I'm a member of Diversity Advisory Committee, and also I used to be a co-chair of Anti-Black Racism Task Force. My platform is very simple. I strongly believe that we need, there are a lot of areas where we can improve. In short, I'll pick up few points. Affordability in housing. This has become a very common phrase across the parties. When they talk about anything during the politics, I especially mention this because we always see politicians and parties talk about a lot of things just before the elections or after a short time after the elections, but not between the elections, the term where they really make their government and they start looking at the governance point. So I really believe housing. We are in housing crisis, which I raised during my last federal. I did run as a federal in the federal by-election in 2024 for the same riding, and I really raised this point. So we are in short of housing supply, and definitely as a federal government they can do it better. And I really believe that there should be a cohesion and the strong connections between all levels of government to make this happen. It's not just one government's responsibility. Rather, I see it as a gear working together to make the movement. So to make it anything better, I really believe that federal government should be continuously monitoring and involving and seeing how the things could be better improved. And on the housing gap and on the affordability, this is one of the issues, very common issue and the very most important issue a common man is facing in this country. So I moved, and I'm very happy with what I have seen in 2014 till 2019, and due to several reasons or factors what we could really factor in COVID and the way the geopolitical situations have arisen, this has really brought us to a place where we really need to care about the affordability. So definitely, as a federal, if I get elected as a federal MP, I'll put in every effort to make for a better living for the common person in this country, every common person in this country. I absolutely echo the same concern from my end too. If I wouldn't have moved in 2019 just before COVID to this community, I would have never bought a home. Probably in Canada, I would have been renting all of my lifetime, and I'm even scared how my next generation, like my kids and the next generation, would have had a place to live of their own. And I really like that's a concerning situation, and many of our politicians, even as an MPPs, really quote that they don't have their own house. So it's not about they can't really afford, it's about why this situation has arisen and what could be the factors and how they could have made it better. And really that's one of the most concerning thing everyone is looking at. I'll split these questions into two parts. Let's talk about Gaza and Palestine. So I was born in India, and we strongly believe in that there is only one race which exists, that's human race, at least what I believe in. And we have a saying like Vasudhaiva Kutumbam, the whole universe is one family. So they're all our brothers and sisters, and they are our extended family too. So what I strongly believe in is the only way how we can resolve any issue between two parties is by diplomacy and keeping it efforts to keep the peace. So we can't really win any war with the bombs and rifles in the current situation. All that we need to work together is to get everyone to the table and keep that peace and there should be an accountability. And the other point what I would like to really raise is what's happening in Gaza is really humanitarian catastrophe. So there should be an aid which is unimpeded, and there should be a support from every corner of the world. So I totally believe that it's about how we can uphold the human rights in the region, and also It's to the Palestinian and Israelis how they need to really deal with it. I don't really believe in having a third person in the picture would really resolve anything. It's about two humans, a connection between two individuals or two countries. They need to really look forward to that aspect which really brings in the peace. And I believe every child who is born, irrespective whether where they are born and what religion they are to, and they all deserve good safety, food, and an equal opportunity and chances. And my thoughts on this, I just say strong leadership is, as I said before, strong leadership is not to speak what is easy. It is to speak when it's inconvenient. And I really look forward to having a common consensus and establish a peace in the region. I'm running as an independent because party politics is broken. So what happens, someone is running as an independent, they toe the party line and they have the party lines which they cannot cross in, even which in the case when it's hurting really the constituents and the riding as well. So I strongly believe that we should have an independent voice. And what makes me different, so as I said, I'm just not the candidate who is running here. I made my living here, so I'm living here from past 6 years, and I know the regional, the local issues, and also the issues what we are facing as a country on a whole. And I was contributing in every aspect in this city, being whether it's at sitting on a table at the advisory committees, or even I am the founder of a cultural association of Clarington, which is a not-for-profit, and where we connect people through culture, and it helps in networking. And also to answer your question, what makes me different, because I live here and I know I have gone through the struggles and I have lived in experience. I've raised my family, I have made the balanced budgets, I did cut my the expenses to make the living and to meet the everyday expenses during COVID and post-COVID as well. So we are in the crisis, and the whole country is looking forward to the leadership that could really improve the things and make the things better. And as an independent, I definitely have an advantage working with all the political parties, and irrespective of which party forms the government, but I can still work with them and partner with the MPs who has a common consensus in the issues what we have. So as I am running as an independent, I don't have a party line, so which I'll only work for. My allegiance is to the constituents and the riding and the people of this riding, and definitely I look forward to raise the issues like which most of the party represented candidates will ignore, and they can't really speak up when they really want to. Still, that's the edge what I have as being an independent. And secondly, my allegiance is only to the people who are to the constituents of this riding, and I can work with the MPs from different parties on which we have a common consensus. And this campaign is not run by political parties or the people or the corporates who are rich, and then it's run by people, and it's run by the community. And this is your campaign. If you believe in me, definitely I'll be that voice to represent in the House of Commons and what we deserve. Thank you. So I do have all the social platforms, but the easiest way is to browse through the website, which is votepranaygunti.ca, and I do have LinkedIn, Facebook and Instagram pages too. But the shortest one, you will be having all the links on the website.